to put in this heavy work, but before we do, I'm just showing you why we have to go so hard, because this is the type of foolery that these women are producing and reading. Yeah, yeah, you see it. Yeah, this is what they want to put out there. And who do you think are buying these books? Black women buy these books just like these other races of women, right? Yeah, called How to Kill, or I meant to say Delete, and it's by Katie Brent. So you guys, at your leisure, go look her up, and you can look this book up as well. But I just wanted to share that with you because that's how serious the game has got. Yeah, it's crazy. I know you guys in the chat, y'all tripping, but yeah. Now we bring receipts over here. Yeah, so if I just told you that, you may not have believed it, but you see it right there with your own eyes. But let's move on to our next thing before we get into these bonnets, because we got a lot of fire clips. But this is what I want to do, and I promised you guys earlier that I was going to show a few receipts, because one thing I like to do is really back up the things I say. And it's not like I've had a lot of people really questioning my credentials, because they understand how we get down and how we do over here. So a lot of people get the understanding. They see that, you know, the way I craft my arguments, the way we produce our broadcasts and our videos, they know we ain't no slouch. You know, they know we don't play no games. So I don't really get a lot of people coming talking crazy. Every once in a while, people might come into the chat or the comment section, but it's very rare. So I haven't had a lot of pushback because people really get the fact that I'm not playing around, really. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to cut it off at the pass. If anybody ever gets the notion to try to question some of the things I've done, because I don't lie on anything I've done. If I say I've done it, I've done it. You know, I don't brag or boast of it or anything, but I just try to make it clear that I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, and I'm going to prove that right here. My man Ray Hamner, the Hamner Force, is in the house. Salute, bro. Good to see you. Appreciate all you guys falling in. You come just in time, because we're about to get into this heavy work. We're about to go in on this bonnet brigade because they out here begging. And then they at the same time got the nerve to call you Dusty. So we started out the broadcast proving that they are the ones that are perpetuating this narrative about you being Dusty. And I've showed how inaccurate it is from a historic standpoint. Now I'm going to show how it's inaccurate based on a present standpoint when it comes to guys like me and guys like you. So when we're going to show that, and then we're going to get into exposing just how dusty these women are. So let's get it. Because like I said, what I'm going to show you right now is some of the things that I've done. Just a few little clips, because I can show more, but I'm just going to show you this to demonstrate how you guys over here rocking with the Night Riders, you got a real one, and 90% of the dudes and 99% of the females can't show you the type of stuff I'm about to show you right here as far as real world accomplishment. But let me show you something, because I've mentioned to you guys in the past that one of the things I did, in addition to being in the financial industry, being a counselor, and having success doing that, is that I invested heavily in real estate. And I'm going to show you some hard evidence as far as some of the things that I was doing about 20 years ago, right? So I'm going to show you these clips and I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, let me load this for you. So just pay attention to this, guys, because you ain't getting this nowhere else. Now, you see this on your screen. This is grainy footage because it's damn near 20 years old. And that's how you know this isn't doctored, this isn't fake. This is one of my own personal properties. Now I've since sold it, but this is when I bought it almost 2 decades ago, and I was hiring black men to do the work. I had like crews to do different things, whether they were, this is what's called tuck pointing. Those of you who know construction know what I'm talking about. So you got the brother right there who I've hired. He's fixing the brickwork on a building because when I first bought the building, it needed a lot of work, up to and including the exterior, which the bricks over time, the cement has withered away. So you have to go in and, uh, as it's called, tuck point the bricks. So let me give you some more. And you will hear my voice in the background. You know, I sound a little younger then because, like I said, it was almost 20 years ago. But this is authentic footage, my own personal footage. You ain't gonna see this nowhere else on the internet, and you ain't gonna be able to see any of these dudes or females who want to talk about how they've been doing so much. They can't produce footage like this, and they damn sure can't produce it from 20 years ago. But let's get it. So I got the other brother right there. He's at the top. That's a two-story building that I owned. And I got the brothers out there working, paying them good money so that they can feed their family. So for all these quote women talking about black men are dusty, these dudes out there working. I paid them very good money. I'm the one that owned the building, so you can't call me dusty, right? Or but then again, they'll try to find a way to. So that's the reason why we're showing this heavy work. But let's get some more. Yeah, so that's me hiring black men so that they can feed their families. So for all these people running around talking about how much they do for the community, just like today they may just now start making money off YouTube, which is cool. I'm not knocking it. You know, I want what we're doing over here to be profitable as well. I don't have a problem making money on YouTube, but we're not the same. I've been doing business in the real world for a long time. That's why I don't be tripping. That's the reason why we're just taking our time getting monetized because I do business in the real world. I'm not taking anything away from nobody else. Shout out to them, but we ain't the same. So again, I don't like to show off or nothing, but I'm just showing you the real. Shout out to my man Ray Hamna. He know, yeah, he likes what he sees. Yeah, Ray, we different over here. You guys rolling with the winning team over here. 99% of your big YouTubers can't produce this type of video because all their money came from recent years of them making goofy videos online about gossip or whatever, and then they got the nerve to act like, those of us who might have smaller channels like such as me, like I just popped up out of nowhere, like I haven't done anything in the real world. It's ridiculous. But sometimes you gotta pop your collar and just show, hey, look, bro, we ain't the same. I challenge any of them that want to come talk greasy to me to produce not only a video of them paying black men to work on their property from 20 years ago. Half of these dudes were broke, living in their mama's basement 20 years ago. They can't produce something like this. So, again, we just got to pop our collars a little bit, just to show that we ain't the same. But I'm going to give you some more. Let's go. Okay, so again, this was taken with that high eight, 8 millimeter camera. Shout out to Shadow Zulu because he was asking me about how to remaster footage. So what I did was I was able to take some of that old footage and digitize it. That's why I'm able to show it to you guys. But I did this a while ago. But That was when I was, I had first hired the brother to uh, do the work, but I'm going to show you the finished product right here. And so, yeah, we did that whole structure. It was like a compound. I had a two flat. Yeah.
Site they're still working on.
Yeah, so that's the finished product. So before you saw how the bricks were kind of just loose and everything, but the brother did a good job and he did that whole side. And now while I was filming this, they were working on the other side of my building, but I didn't film that part because they were still working on it. But this was the finished product. Let's go.
That, but it's almost done as well. I just wanted to get a
And that's another thing for everybody who want to front like they did so much like work as far as property. If they don't have footage like this where they can show their work, then they lying. Because anytime you're doing major contract work or anything, you should have a video log of your history. I got tons of videos to show the type of work I was doing, right? So for all these goofy people who try to put everybody in the same category, like, oh, you guys ain't doing nothing. Y'all just making videos. No, we ain't the same, bruh. I done did it for real, for real. And I'm just showing my receipts right here. This was a property that I owned. You see how I'm putting work into the community, hiring black men. I had a crew of about 6 or 7 dudes. Yeah, shout out to Ray Hamner. He respects the work. Yeah, bro. I'm just showing this to show that we different over here, and that a lot of these people just be talking it when I've actually lived it. And I'm gonna give you guys some more before we get into these bonnets. Let's go.
record of this. But its tuck point hasn't been done. This is the north wall.
Yeah, so that's the whole north wall, and that's a black man, me, who owned that property, who hired other black men, paid them very well to do that work. And I had other crews doing other things such as plumbing work, electrical work, roofing work. I got a little footage for that too. I'm just showing you guys this to let you know that we different. That's all. I'm just popping the collar just a little bit. Let's go. And that's the back of the property. I had a whole door right there because the old door was very worn out. So I had a whole new door put on there as well. Let's go.
This is the rear of 56.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just showing you guys this just to let you know how we do over here. Now, this is another clip of me hiring some brothers that's putting new gutters up. And again, I'm just showing you a little bit. We're going to get into the show, but I just felt the need to do this because so many people out here running their mouth and they can't produce stuff like this, right? Let's go. And this is the counselor, Mr. G. This is the Bruce Wayne side of the game because over here, this is the Knight Rider or the Dark Knight side. But you guys need to see how this operation came about because I do business in the real world. That's why I'm just showing you this. I'm just giving you a little sneak preview. But anyway, let's go. So you see, I got the brother up on the. This is another house where the brother's up there putting in a whole new gutter system, right? Let's go. And again, your bigger YouTubers or your B dubs, your divestors, they can't show this because they claim that they're divesting, but they can never show you how they were ever invested. I'm showing you actual investment. You can't fake this. This is property and workers at work. Even if you hired some actors to do this, you're talking a lot of money. But this is real life, and none of these other people that want to talk greasy can reproduce something like this. But let's go. And these are just short clips, but you notice how the video is grainy. This lets you know this is old video. You can't just get this off the internet right now. This is my own personal footage. Let's go. You see how the brother, he's testing the gutter. He poured some water in there to make sure that the water was able to flow through the gutter. Let's go. So that's a different property because I had another. The first property was a two-story brick building. This was a like a a frame house that I owned as well. But we were doing roof work, gutter, and I was also going to put all new siding on there as well. But let's get it.
What I'm thinking is there any way maybe you could turn the elbow a little closer because the water's accumulating right here.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but I'm directing the guy on how to readjust the gutter to make sure that the water flow is going at its best angle. But let's get it.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna do. So I was wondering if maybe turn the elbow at a different angle, a little closer, a little further to the right. Yeah, up to the yard.
Yeah, but that's boss moves right there. You know, that's me. I hired an all black crew. I done put more money in the hands of black men than a lot of these people out here running their mouth. But those are receipts right there. We got a few more. We're gonna get back into the broadcast. Just sit tight, but I'm just proving a point. Here's another one where I did a complete gut out of a four-bedroom house. And those of you familiar with this type of work, you're gonna recognize a couple things here. But let's go. Okay, now you see that right there? That is a dumpster that I had to rent, which is not cheap, where you have to go in and if you're going to do a complete gut out, we took all of the walls down. We took it down to the frame and we had to put all of that right there in that dumpster. Now, a lot of people who want to do it cheap, they'll just get a truck and then they'll dump it somewhere. But no, I did it the right way, showing proper business, proper community work, make sure that it was removed properly, paid the money, and there it is right there. But you'll see the guy. Now, in this case, I had a Mexican crew, but don't get it twisted. I made sure that most of my work went to the brothers. Sometimes I would get the Mexicans because they were maybe more convenient at the time. So with this particular job, we did a complete gut out. So I needed a lot of people, so I hired a lot of Mexicans to do it. But you're gonna see me interacting with them briefly. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the house, and then I'm gonna show you the after. And let's go. Okay, so that's the house right there. You see it's boarded up and all that, right? Yeah, so I bought it. It was a complete burnout, and I'm gonna show you how it looked after. So just a quick little clip, but I want to show you the before, and here's the after right here. So you see how it looks right there, and there it is right there. Boom. Now you can see the difference, right? Okay, so you see the difference. We got windows, we got siding, we got all that. So I just want you to see the difference. This ain't, just me trying to show you this just to brag or boast. I'm just letting you guys know that for all this foolery that these women be talking about. Black men don't build. We ain't did nothing. Some of us have done this in real life. That's all. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, the one last thing I want to show you as far as receipts, and this is another short clip because you have another narrative out here for those of us who decided that we just gonna take our bread and go to another country or whatever, like somehow we never did real work in the community. When I have done tons of real work in the community, activism, people getting ripped off, I go in, make sure that people get justice and all of that. I'm going to show you this quick clip at this auto shop where this Mexican dude, who is, one of these posers, I call him a Mexican, Messsykin, where he was fronting like, he's black, right? And he's in this auto shop, and I had got word that they was ripping people off in this particular auto shop. Now, I didn't even live in this area, but I paid the money to have my car checked out. Now, it was already checked out by my dealership, and they told me pretty much wasn't nothing wrong, but he tried to tell me that I needed a new engine. So I busted him, and I'm going to show you how it went down. This is a short clip, but this is me putting in real work. This was years ago, but I'm just showing receipts to show that these people who's talking on the internet, they haven't did half of what I did in real life, and that includes these bras that claim that they're divesting, but they were never invested to begin with. Let's go.
People out of their money. I had a double think. I'm just letting you know. I had it checked out. I didn't need no new engine.
Yo, that's this sloppy Mexican fat Joe looking dude. He was up in there trying to. Now this is a predominantly black um area on the south side of Chicago, and prior to me confronting this dude, when I went to pay for my diagnostic, this dude was talking to a B dub, and she all skinning and grinning all in his face, flirting and all that. So I'm sure he was either going to smash or had already smashed. And meanwhile, he's ripping off the community because he's the manager of this particular establishment. And so I found out that he was up there ripping people off. So I'm confronting him right now. And I actually wound up putting in some work, and I believe we got him up out of there. But here's just a little clip of our engagement. Let's go.
Well, I'm just letting you know, man. Whether you're taking to competent or somebody lying. That's all I'm saying, bro. Okay, but still, I'm just letting you know as a customer. And let anybody else know that's a very big difference. And if you're supposed to be a professional, either you're incompetent or you're lying. Okay, no, I'm not gonna have a good day. Maybe your corporate will take it a little more serious than you are. You can't just, yeah, okay.
Now you show me the Cookie Monster or any of these other dudes putting in work like this, confronting dudes for trying to rip off the community. This is my footage. You ain't gonna see this nowhere else. I might put the full footage on Patreon, just like I got this other footage of me. I had to evict the B Dub. I've already uploaded that on Patreon, so y'all need to go check that out. I can't put it over here, but I did put it on Patreon, and I might put this whole video up there too, because I was about to whoop this dude's ass if he had came around that corner. Because you're gonna see at one point I'm gonna be like, "What?" But I'm gonna cut the video because it's only a little clip of it, but I do have the full length video. But let's go.
Yeah, I'll be your guest, all right? You can come up here and just try to screw people out of their money. Is that the game? Yes, you are. You ain't gonna screw me, and I'm gonna tell all my friends about you too. Yeah, I'm gonna have a great day. You see if you can sleep tonight. These people around here work hard for their money, man. You ain't gotta come over here trying to screw people out of their money like that. See, what? I don't even live around.
Yeah, so I'll cut it right there. But yeah, I was going in on dude, but I'm just showing you guys that over here we put in the real work. And for all these people talking greasy, they can't produce footage like that. And it's just like when Tyrone Muhammad, who's another guy from the same side of town as me, south side of Chicago. He even went into those Korean stores because I think I did that before he did what he did. But he went in there to the, I think it was those nail salons or whatever, and he busted out the window because them people was in there going upside them black women's head. So he busted out the window and told them that he was going to shut the place down and all that. But them goofy ass black women were in there the next day. They had the business boarded up, and they were right in there still getting their hair and nails done or whatever. It was ridiculous. But some of us who have made the decision that we're gonna move and take our cape off for the community, it ain't because we didn't never put in no work. So that we just need to make that clear. But this is just a short snippet of some of the stuff that I've done. So yeah, I'm showing you receipts right there. And I'll tell you one other quick one before we move on. I remember one time I went to this auto shop. I wish I recorded this too, but I was this was years ago. I think I was a young man. I think I was in my mid-20s or whatever. And I went into this Mexican auto shop, and these Mexican dudes, I think I had just paid for my tire, and I go in there, and then I see this poster that they got of this black woman, and they defaced the poster. The poster, they put all kind of uh, derogatory words because I can understand a little Spanish, so I recognize some of what they were saying. They were, basically just denigrating her, right? The same type of goofy bras that like to divest of those same type of men, they were denigrating them. So again, I was a younger dude, so I said, "Yo, what's that right there?" So I go over there. It was about 3 or 4 of them in there. I didn't give a damn. I went and snatched the poster down, tore it up in front of them, and dared them to do something about it. They didn't do nothing, but that shows you the type of rider that I was, because now I'm not even sure I would do that for the image of a black woman because of how they denigrate our image. Shout out to Ray Hamner. He says, "Are you open up the panel tonight?" Bro, not tonight because I still got a lot of clips to get into. But was there something in particular you wanted to talk about? Because if you let me know, either email me or let me know right now, I could bring you up based on the topic. So if there's something you want to talk about, we could do that. But for tonight, I got a few more clips I want to get into about the Bonnet Gang. So I really am not going to have time for a panel right now. But let me know what you want to talk about, and we'll do that for you, bro, okay? So just let me know. But anyway, yeah, guys, I just wanted to show that, to demonstrate that we different over here. And 90% of